Ann and Ann, and we're here for a very brief moment to just give you some, um, what do I want to say, Ann?
Exciting news?
Exciting news of guests that we have coming on the show for this weekend. So we're just sort of doing a little preview.
Yes, we are. We are very excited to have our very first guests on our show. They are the creators of Fall the Musical.
Fall the Musical. And I saw that it came out on Paul's birthday. It was released on June 18th. And I actually saw these guys on another show talking about how it evolved. And they're both the writers of the songs for Fall the Musical. So you're going to want to check that out maybe before watching our video with them. It gets into the conspiracy of Paul and how it goes from his childhood through Beatlemania through his passing and replacement. So it was like pretty interesting.
Yes, I'm very excited about this show with R. Scott and Dave Cornblum.
Yep.
Um, we were fortunate to, meet up last week, Dave and I, and we
Yeah.
started chit-chatting back and forth, and he was telling me about his musical and how that came to be, and it's a very interesting story that we would like to share with all the listeners here
Right.
on Shadow of the Bassman.
Exactly. It was so funny because after I saw that show, I started talking with R. Scott, which I didn't realize it was him at first because he's some other name on Facebook. Dubious. But anyway, it was really nice to hear what his thoughts were, and I'm sure the same for you with Dave on how they came about writing these songs for this musical. And there was
Yes,
interest in what we were doing. That was like such, like icing. They're reading our book at the present time, and
yes, and we both share one thing in common, all four of us.
yeah,
We want to give Paul's perspective on what we believe to be Paul's perspective. I mean, we don't know,
we don't
obviously.
know Paul's perspective, but we can surmise.
Exactly. Instead of listening to Billy's side of the story all the time.
Oh
So,
my gosh, Billy's side of the story that he can't keep straight. And I'm just going to interject this into this conversation because I watched a video of who was it? Norman.
Philip Norman.
Yeah, who wrote Shout, talking about how Paul McCartney always recreates stories. He rewrites history. I was like, my mouth just dropped when I heard him say that.
Yeah, that's
Yeah, I was just
true.
like, well, it is true. But it was nice to hear somebody else say that, like in an interview from like 20 years ago or so, 30 years ago or something like that. Anyway, so back to what we were talking about. I digress.
Okay.
Yeah, so we're excited to have these guys come on the show and talk to them about the musical. I'm not sure where I think it's out there for everyone. Oh,
It's out there on YouTube.
it's out there on
The
YouTube,
record. Yeah.
Spotify, I think,
Hmm.
and some other avenues. So
Yeah.
I have have you had a chance to listen? I haven't had a chance to go through and listen through individually, sequence, but I have listened to about half of it, and I already have a favorite song.
I do too.
Beautiful
What's yours?
disaster.
What's
Is that
yours?
yours? Beautiful disaster is mine.
That's mine. That's mine too.
Go figure. It's a haunting song, and I'm gonna have to say it sort of reminds me of a Phantom of the Opera type song, and I don't know why. I think it's just sort of in that haunting nature of the movement and how it goes. But yeah, everybody give Beautiful Disaster a listen. Anyway,
Yes.
anything else? This interview will be aired on Sunday. Sunday's going to be our normal day when we're trying to get videos uploaded for everybody. So,
Right. Yeah, so please come join us when you can. and share this story with us. We're very excited to have our first guest on Shadow of the Bassman, and we are looking forward to it very much. So thank you.
Thank you. Like, share, and subscribe. And buy the book.
Yes. To Shadow of the Bassman and Faul the Musical.
And Faul the Musical. And we'll see everybody this weekend.
Okay, thanks again.
All righty.